All right, guys, let's take a quick look here. This is George, by the way, and I'm getting in here quickly to go over the trades of the day. And, in the bottom line, if you want to sum up the day, I would say it was a bar fight. And in this bar fight, I won, but it came with a little bit of swinging. And it wasn't too bad, but I'm just going to go and explain the day as it happened and show you the blotter and each trade one by one and kind of discuss what happened and how we came on top. And let's start off with the initial analysis of the day, and then we'll go from there. All right, so right at the beginning of the day, we talked about how the market is hitting this level. As long as we continue to trade above 9,400, we have a chance at breaking to the highs of the day and potentially getting 96. It was a dead door stop at 9,500, and this market hasn't really recovered since that time. It attempted multiple times, but it just couldn't do it. So in this environment, there was some trends and a lot of noise. And we tried to capture the noise aspect of this market. And once we tried to actually take on a bigger trade, a bigger position for a bigger swing, that's when we got actually stopped out. So that is the fight in the bar fight in today's trading. So I'll go quickly because there's a lot of trades actually here that I need to cover. We actually ended up 27 trades for the day, okay? So we'll take them one at a time and go through them. Actually, let's put this thing down here. So this initial sequence, a pullback over that trend that we were in. So we got into two and ended up being down $100. Then I switched to 3 contract, and I was taking, this was an actual inception trade, but we decided to scalp more than actually try to get into a trend, because the market in this area was very susceptible to actually break through 9,500. So I wanted to take trades at the middle of the range where I could capitalize on just small bursts of energy and just get out of the way just in case they want to run it up. So got into 3 contracts there, in and out, in the noise, and the noise happened at the middle of the range where this dotted line is. And this is where you find a lot of the inception trades, a lot of the railroads trades, and a lot of the structure where the market is not certain. And that's where these trades really happen to work the best. So 109 on that trade, did the same thing a little bit later on, 3 contracts for 109. Then we got in again. There was an inception trade here. We passed on it, and then we tried to follow up with a scalp here. And we got in and out just in nick of time on that trade. So done on that trade. We saw the sequence complete, another captain setup. See, they're doing the same exact thing that they were doing before. And here I got in and ended up getting a bit of a drawdown, and ended up covering one for a stop and the other one for a flat. So we gave back to $244. So we're basically flat for the day. And then we see this trade again, beautiful entry, exit. We make 72. We reduced our size after that trade to 2. Then I was like, okay, well, the market is starting to trend. So let's take actually a second continuation trade, meaning the inception trade established itself, the direction established itself. This is the first legitimate run back up to the middle of the range where it's supposed to fail. So I have channel number 1. Let me actually clear this out for you. Channel number 1, channel number 2. So I have those 2 lines of defense in order to protect me from upward momentum. Got in here. Saw the market stop and turn, giving me the second channel. Got in there. I had an average of around 83 on 8 contracts, and then the market runs back up above that high, which is above channel number 2. That is my cue. I need to be out. I get out. I get hit for $1,900, and it adds up when you have a lot of contracts. It just does. It does work very well for me when it works with a lot of contracts as well. So fine, what do we do here? Do I stop for the day? No, because my edge is over time, and one stop is not going to derail the fact that the more I trade, the better I do. So moving on, market runs up, it hits target number 1. There is a fade there for $200. 5 contracts, let's make that clear. 5 for 200 in and out, and we're done in that trade. And there is a lot of momentum on the upside. Market gives up channel number 1, and I'm looking to establish channel number 2. And here, what did I do? Yeah, that's 5 contracts actually. Yeah, I did 5 contracts there. It had a very tight stop, and it literally hit me and bounced back. When I saw that, didn't want to take two points. I wanted to see a completion and a run up, and I actually ended up getting a much better money on that trade, 657. Market is switched between positive to negative, but the moment they do that, there's always a reaction to the other side. And that's what I took advantage of on 5 contracts. After this, basically after that trade, I just switched to 5 contracts, and I continued to just do 5 contracts throughout the day till the later parts of the day. So here, in and out, and the entry is always at target number 1 for that bounce, and then literally within seconds, it hit me and I was out for a profit from 57, 58. It literally took me a second. That is a second trade. And I did it manually, and that's the funny thing, but it just gives you the opportunity to do that. So I'm not looking at my blotter. I'm just making good decisions. That's basically my bottom line. I'm not worried about the P&L. I'm not worried about the blotter. I want to put quality decisions in what I do, knowing with great deal of confidence that the numbers are in my favor. So the market goes into this area right here. That's the middle of the range. It's noise and also inception trade area. That's the inception of a new trend. And I knew any trade I'm going to take here, I would have to basically, I have a stop at 94.30, but literally there's another stop at 94.16. So I'm not too far away from that stop. So as long as I can get in and get out quick, I can position myself for good profits on 2 points on 5 contracts, $200 a pop, and just continue to do it till I'm done with that phase. I'm done with that noise, and I can establish an actual inception trade. So you got 1, did it, 2, 3, 4, 5. And be honest with you, I couldn't believe that it was just working that well. But whenever the market goes into the lunch hour, you see a lot of congested price action where people are just simply not sure. I am taking advantage of that behavior. People are uncertain. So what do they do uncertain? They sell. They buy. They sell. So what do I do here? I come in the middle of that crowd and take a small piece and just back off. Small piece, back off, small piece. And that little pocket of confusion by traders gave me 5 trades at 200, $1,000. So when I look back at the blotter, I'm almost break even. All right. So here you go again. The market runs up, shifts, and goes into target number 1. I get in very quickly, and I make $200. And I don't know where that trade is. I think, let me see here. Not 24.75, 24.75. I don't know what that is. Yeah, 24.75. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's it. That's actually the cover. So, okay, so that's the trade right there, 108. So I'm up 188. Okay, forget the P&L. We're doing good. There's a sequence of trades I'm doing very well in. So the more I am doing, the more size I'm going to do, and the more frequency I'm going to do it, because I'm connecting with the market. And at the end of the day, my job as a trader is to be in harmony and in sync with the price action. And when I achieve that part, then I need to actually just continue and continue and continue, not to stop, and not look at my P&L and say, okay, I'm up 300 bucks. Oh, great, let me just run away. No, I am connecting with the market. Just keep trading. Keep trading. So the market gives me a pullback into an inception trade. I take the pullback, 3 candles pullback, and a 1 point below it, and I get in for a quick pop into 20 to 32. That's at 12 seconds. Then the market gives me an opportunity for the inception trade. I take it, but I take it as a scalp, because this market have been very notorious for dropping the inception trades on the long side. It's struggled a lot today, and I saw that sequence happen a couple of times. So I just took it as a scalp. And sure enough, they drop it. But guess what they gave me right here? They gave me a 15.99. Okay, so 19.15 right here. They gave me a pullback to that number at 95. I couldn't get 95 very quickly because it got there very quickly, but I immediately got in and boom, quick out for that is I think 4 seconds or so. All right, let's keep going here. We're almost done. My screen is pausing. All right, here we go. So what does the market do? It runs up and it gives me the same trade, but this one, they give me a little bit of a hard time on that. They ran up on me from 15 to 23, about 8 points before it came back down. It's within my risk on that trade, and we make 200 bucks. All right, and look where it goes. It collapses. But guess what? When they collapsed, I knew what to do. The market, right when it switched from positive to negative, at target number 1, perfect entry, in and out, 5 contracts for 200 bucks. And that one was 85. Where is that? 85. I think it's way down here. 95. Yeah, 85 is right here. Okay. So keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. And that is a good one too, because it provided us with a couple of opportunities. One, market, I couldn't get the one up top here, but once the market pulled back, I got in. It jiggled a little bit, then it shot up for a 1 candle reversal, and I picked up 200 bucks, 207 bucks on that one. All right. Here at 230 Central, the market came back, and I took a shot at it, and I wanted to because this is an inception trade right here, and that inception trade actually paid over 15 points. I didn't take it, but I was like, okay, if it pulls back and gives me some strength, I'm going to get in there as good as I can and shoot up for a continuation into target number 2, which is 94.28 actually. And then target number 3 was over 40. I was like, that would be a great trade on 5 contracts. So I got in there, it shot up, it gave me more than 2 points. It gave me like 6, 7 points. Then it pulled back, and I just went break even on that one. And I was happy to do it. Market, a crash, and here I kicked myself for not paying attention close enough, but that was a beautiful entry point there that I missed. Market comes into the to the inception trade area, and I took 1, 2, 3 candles, and on the 4th, I took that candle into the middle of the range, boom, in and out 2 points, made a couple of hundred, and I was like, all right, we are at 250. We have about 10 minutes for the market to close. So if there is going to be any run up at the stops on the long side, right when this happens, it's going to be the one. So I didn't wait for the candle reversal, and I didn't actually wait for a 3-candle pullback. So I kind of came in a bit early on that one, and I ended up getting stopped out. And I just quickly, I got in with one contract on that one. I wasn't about to play around with my day, and got in, gave back 128, and left it alone after that. Then came in, got 1 and 1, and got out for 2 points on 2 contracts for 97, and that is target number 1. Then the market at the close, and they're notorious also for putting captain setups at the end of the day, the last second, and then run it up. So I saw that. I was like, okay, here we go. We have an opportunity for a run up. But I'm going to be very quick with it. And I missed that initial burst, and I caught it on the way back. So I was a bit nervous about how that's going to go, and got in and got out for $200 on 5 contracts. It was not, behaving as well as I thought it should. And they put another captain setup, then they collapsed the whole structure into lower prices around the 55 close. So bottom line, we got nipped on that one, which was not necessarily a bad trade. It's just I got oversized, and I was looking for a bigger move, and ended up, being, let's see 1 second here. Sorry about that. And ended up, paying a little bit of that's where you got punched in the gut a little bit on that one. But the key for me was continue to trade. I have an edge, continue to trade, be confident, continue to trade. And that ended up being $1,669.60. And that was it for me for the day. Felt pretty good about it, because you know that you have a good approach and a good mindset and a good system once you actually get stopped out and continue to trade as if nothing happens, because your mind is not focused on the pain of I lost $1,900 today. Oh, I should stop. Why should I stop? My edge is not defined by the result of one day. It's result over the span of 100 trades. So over a span of 100 trades, well, George, how are you doing? You got to ask yourself that question often. And that is defined here. So for the week, and we have 87 decisions made, not quite 100 yet. We are up 13,707 with the specs here is about 86%, 75 winners, 12 losers, a sequence of 15 to 1 on the winners, and we had pretty much even number longs than short, with more drawdown on the short side actually, which makes sense because the market is running up. Okay, so that's basically how my week, my 87 decisions looking like. And we're not, by tomorrow I should be at 100, and then I can evaluate my performance. I'm not going to be losing 13,000 tomorrow, I guarantee you that. So we're going to end up the week on a very good note, and that's what's going to happen. Anyway, so that's in a nutshell my day, and it felt like a bar fight. I swung a couple of times, I got hit in the face. I was like, okay, well, I got punched. What am I going to do about it? Well, what I'm going to do about it is I'm going to swing back, and I'm going to trade well, and I'm not going to think about a loss because my numbers are good and my edge is good, and I'm going to be hyper focused on my process, and that will take you into realizing your edge as a trader. So that's it for me. I wanted to share that day with you, and if you have any questions, let us know, and have a blessed day, and we will see you on the next one. Have a good one.